Day 3 of the worst Switch games. I wonder what the Badvent calendar has in store for me today. Panty party? Is that even legal?
Russ has been very naughty, and Santa called him out on this. He's forced to play bad Switch games every day until Christmas. If he can survive this task, Santa will change his mind. Can he make it through all of them, and in the end, what will he find?
Okay, this might not be what you're thinking based on the title. Panty Party is a weird Japanese game where you play as a pair of sentient panties as you battle other sentient panties. Yeah, it's a little weird. Also, I hate saying the word panties, so if you hate that as well, then I'm sorry, please. But stay. It should be noted that before we start playing this game, that the eShop description says that there is no H word. So that means if you're watching this video, it should be able to stay monetized. Please, YouTube, I'm a nice guy. This was weird booting it up next to Yoshi's Crafted World. Panty Party. Right away, that's a lot of panties. We have story mode, arcade, and both local and online multiplayer. Looking at the options menu, some of the options aren't centered vertically with the buttons. Let's hope that's not a sign of what comes next in regards to quality. Oh hey, there's DLC. Let's see what we can get. Just more random panties. And so obviously I bought them right away. Let's try arcade first. Apparently the Eureka panties have slash, beam, and boomerang. Whatever those are. What about the music? It's very weeby. Looks like a tournament bracket we have to work through. I'm actually impressed that it's running at 60 frames per second and is pretty smooth. Let me just lay the smack down on some of these clearly inferior underwear. The camera is extremely sensitive, especially with the Joy-Cons. Apparently we can fly, but we have a stamina bar, so we can't fly forever. Not sure what I'm supposed to do here aside from kill all these other underwear. Oof, I guess I died. Can underwear even die? Glad to see every once in a while we have some anime panties to cheer us on. Apparently we won. But oof, that was a really slow message to load in. Let's check out story mode. I can't even imagine what kind of crazy story we're in for that features sentient panties fighting each other. Looks like there's a visual novel aspect to this game. It starts with a sentient Baka panty that is looking for the warrior of love. Eureka is running late for school and runs into Baka panties, who claims she is the warrior of love. And apparently now you can turn into panties, just like in real life. That was dumb. That texture loading in the distance is rough. It looks so blurry. I guess the first mission is just sort of a tutorial. We run down this road, jumping over obstacles and defeating these other panties. I still have no idea why panties can talk or move on their own, or why this whole panty war is even going on in the first place. Apparently, the unloved panty named Pansy wants to brainwash all humans and be forced to think that underwear are their only true love. If it wasn't obvious earlier in this video, this game was clearly made in Japan. So it's our job to kick butt and save the world. While the gameplay isn't bad, I wish there was a little more to it. It's just a pretty basic hack and slash, just with an absurd premise. Oh look, we unlocked new panties, and they look hecka comfy. I felt it, the passionate gaze of the warrior of love. Doesn't look like anyone proofread this. I guess no one wanted it on their resume. So now we can play as the Dot Panties, which has a different set of moves. This pair has punches instead of slashes, and the beam is like a machine gun. Instead of a boomerang, we have a hyper beam. Each attack has a stamina bar, which when it runs out, you'll have to use another attack until it recharges. I guess the real question is, does this game insinuate that all of our underwear are alive and sentient and have feelings? That's like Toy Story, but way more messed up. Some of the stuff that the panties say at the side are just weird. And as for the graphics, there are no shadows anywhere in this game. Not on any panties or even the scenery. Everything is just pretty flat looking, although the textures themselves aren't that bad. Particle effects for the attacks are decent, but nothing spectacular. Also, spending some time playing, the controls feel pretty good. I'm actually able to move the panties the way I want them to most of the time. As for the animations though, that's kind of a tough one. How do you critique how sentient panties are supposed to move? We can't forget about the multiplayer though. Looks like this has a local mode. I can't wait to pull this one out at my next gathering and say, who wants to play Panty Party? Let's look at the other panties that you can actually play as. We have the main character panties, Haruka, Rin, whoever they are. Then we have Pansy, Sailor Panty, Classic Bear Panty, Cool Kuma Panty, Tentacle Pansy, Meteor Panty, Bloom Panty, Master Panty, which has a weird duck face on it for some reason. That doesn't look very practical. Dots Panty, Magical Panty, Lace Panty, Limited Edition Striped Panty, which is certainly very different from regular striped panty, and Sports Panty. Have you ever said a word so much that it's lost all meaning? I feel that way with the word panties after explaining this game. As for multiplayer gameplay itself, it's pretty much a straight up 1v1 deathmatch. Not too much to see here. Overall, this game is pretty decent, but I wouldn't pay more than $5 for it. I did, but you shouldn't. But let's not kid ourselves here, the only reason that you're playing this game is for the memes. As Metacritic only rated it a 48. The idea of a game where you play as panties fighting other panties is just way too out there. Would you bust out Panty Party next time your friends come over to play a few matches? And if so, let me know in the comments, and also if you don't want to do that, you can let me know that in the comments as well. I hope to see you in the next one. See you later.